I would say that I'm not alone in this in the CIDP community, and you will probably find this if you're new to CIDP, is that the residual nerve damage and the symptoms of CIDP really flare up most around times of anxiety and stress. But it's not so hard to wrap your brain around that what you eat and what your diet is affects your inflammation and how you feel. Even just mentally, you know, when you're eating healthy, you're going to feel better in your brain. But I've tried so many different diets and I've read so many different things, and there's so much conflicting information out there. You can Google till you can't see, and you're not really going to be able to get a clear picture of what the perfect diet is for everyone. But the way I eat is the thing that's been the most sustainable is the keto diet. And I do best when my carbs are low. And the keto diet was actually formulated by doctors for children with epilepsy because of its impact on the health of their nervous system. So, and then also to build on that, sugar, you know, CIDP is a peripheral neuropathy, and what your body tends to do with sugar and alcohol also, unfortunately, is it pushes it away from your organs. So it's going to push it in your hands and feet, which is not good for, I mean, that's why diabetics have so much problems with their hands and feet, is because their blood sugar gets so high and it's all pushed to their hands and feet, peripheral neuropathy stuff. So, and also just the grains and stuff. I think grains can be inflammatory as well, and those are avoided on the keto diet. But that's been sustainable for me. And then a few foods that I try to incorporate based on like the autoimmune protocol diet and the Walls protocol and some of these successful diets people do for autoimmune is I try to eat, don't puke or don't feel nauseous when I say this, but I try to incorporate organ meats like chicken livers and stuff like that because they're so nutrient dense. And when I read about this certain vitamins and minerals that people with autoimmune typically lack, they're found in organ meats. So it's just like a win-win all around there. I'm covering all my bases. I do a lot of bone broth. Bone broth has a lot of collagen, which helps you build new muscle, and it has a lot of gut healing properties, which people with autoimmune, most people have a little bit of a sensitive tummy. And then I try to do wild caught fish because of the omega-3s. The omega-3s have, you know, a good positive impact on inflammation, but also just like, you know, that seems to be the number one supplement for people with neurological conditions is make sure you're getting your omega-3s, and it helps balance out the inflammation for your healthy fat levels. What else? I do try to do some fermented foods. And in my case, because I'm heavily keto, I like to do like a homemade Greek yogurt or cottage cheese that are lower in carbs. I also try to stick to, because I don't think dairy is very good for autoimmune in general, especially not people with a demyelinating condition, because the casein, A1 casein, your body can have some mimicry with the myelin sheath. I read that they look very similar. But anyways, I do try to stick to like A2 casein or goat dairy. That's more close to human milk, and just the size of the fat, the kind of milk it is, it's easier to digest on our stomach. So that's what I eat, and that's what I try to shoot for, although I mess up constantly because I'm just a human being. But good luck and give yourself grace. It's not easy. All right, bye-bye.